Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday and stuff. Um, we didn't get any help today. If you were looking for help, when you were looking at the games and stuff, hoping that the Eagles would lose. Unfortunately, the Eagles are a good team. As much as it pains me to say that, the Eagles are a good team. And they have a cake schedule going the rest of the way. They could possibly end up being the number one seed. Something we're going to have to face. The Detroit Lions are still a good team, but they've got a tougher road to hoe right now. The Commanders, with the left hand up, they literally bitch slapped the Tennessee Titans. Now, the interesting thing for me is it makes me wonder, because the team that Washington was today versus the team that played the Cowboys last week, the fudge? Was it that the Cowboys played that much better than the Tennessee Titans, or that much better than the Tennessee Titans, or did the Commanders play down to the Cowboys? You got Dan Quinn, who's been a master motivator, who had his team, we would thought, ready to play the former players who were all team captains. I don't know. But then again, it's a week-to-week league that one week you can play really, really good. The next week, you can play like ass. Tampa Bay ended up coming back in overtime to win their game. So that one didn't help. What other one didn't help us? Let's say the Cardinals ended up winning their game. So I think they actually lead their division right now. And, there was a little bit of help. There was a little bit of help, I guess. San Francisco. How many people saw this one? San Francisco was getting mollywopped in the snow in Buffalo, 35-10. 35-10. Their season is as bad as ours. No, actually, I'm going to say San Francisco's season is worse than ours, because, see, the Cowboys didn't come from the Super Bowl being that close to winning last year. The Cowboys were projected to go back to be that Super Bowl team. The Cowboys didn't have a loaded roster like the San Francisco 49ers. Cowboys did absolutely nothing to help their situation. Yet, here we are, both with 5-7 records. So there's that. Now, the advantage, I guess, for San Francisco is they did at least beat the Cowboys. So if it turns out we have identical records, San Francisco will win the tiebreaker. But at least them losing makes me feel a little bit better. Makes me feel a little bit better, and makes me feel like I'll be safe from those 49er bang bang gang guys for, at least maybe for the rest of this season. At least there's that. So there we have it. Now, if the Eagles can just not win the Super Bowl, it won't be as bad as it could be. It sucks for where the Cowboys are. But that's the way it is in the NFL. From week to week, you don't know what's going to happen. From season to season, you don't know what's going to happen. And you can sit here and look that teams that people thought were going to be good just aren't. Tampa Bay last year, playoff team, not looking like one this year. Cowboys, playoff team, not looking like one this year. 49ers, playoff team, not looking like one this year. Miami, playoff team, not looking like one this year. Who else can we put in this category? I know that's not the only ones. And talking about disappointments, look at the Jets. You now have Aaron Rodgers, who was so happy 2 years ago about going to the Jets, who's literally saying, screw these mother humpers, I'm out if I play at all. I say all this to say things change so fast in the NFL. They just do. You don't know from one season to the next, 1 week from the next, hell, 1 quarter to the next. Because, hell, I could look and say that first quarter of Baltimore versus the Eagles, I thought the Eagles were going to get blown out. It was just like, bam, bam, bam. Baltimore was just moving the ball like crazy. And it ended up being, boom. You just can't. So now, the Cowboys, Monday Night Football next week, against the Cincinnati Bengals, who, mind you, their offense looked great. They were going toe for toe with the Steelers, and I'm sitting here looking and saying, we got to play those guys next. So for all those people that are sitting here thinking, well, we're going to run the table, we're going to make the playoffs and stuff, don't sleep on Cincinnati and Joe Burrow. Don't sleep on Cincinnati and Joe Burrow. From 1 week to the next, you can get beaten. And I remind you, we have 1 win at home, and that's against the New York stinking Giants. So there's that. You know, I always tell you guys, to make sure you tell the people you love how much you love them, and that you don't take life for granted. I'm amazed at how quickly life goes by. It was 3 years ago that we went to Texas to help out Stuart Morris's mom, who literally passed away 2 weeks before we got there. His dying wish was, take care of Mama. We went down there, we worked on the house and things. Shout out to Game Time Brian and Michael and Gina and her daughter and Randy Seitz and his son and things. We all got together and went down there to fix the house along with my wife Tracy and things. Meeting Angela and Stuart's brothers and sisters and things. Well, I found out this morning that Angela, Stuart's mom, passed away. And it's crazy how 3 years went by that fast. It was a year ago that Rashid passed away. Complications with his liver and the diabetes and the amputation of his foot and so on. And it was almost a year ago that I lost a great mentor of mine, Alex, who taught me a lot about being a contractor and a lot about life. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, people. And you have to make the most of your time while you're here. Nobody's going to give you anything. And there's no get-rich-quick scheme. You got to work hard and love even harder. Remember, good people, tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. I appreciate you guys. And even though we may root for different teams and things, or may see things differently, that doesn't matter. We're all people. And I love all of you. God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow.